Well, it looks like we might have a title race on our hands over in Germany as Bayern München suffer a shock defeat last time around and Bayer Leverkusen closed to within just 4 points of taking over the top of the titles. Can the champions regain some momentum heading into Christmas Day? We'll talk about that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. It's all about Matchday number 15, that's right, over in a very, very interesting looking Bundesliga campaign. We'll get into that and more in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to stop shop for Bundesliga, Blackburn Rovers, World Football. We're going to all hear under one Ruski. That's right, Bayern shock defeat last time around. Leverkusen taking full advantage and moved to within just 4 points in a very, very spicy season. That's right. What about going down? We'll take a look at that in a minute. Of course, big shout out to the members. You know who you are. Big shout out to the patrons. You know who you are. But what we're going to do now, though, is revisit those last round of games, show you the big loss, show you the stats, show you the table, and of course, look forward to those next round of games. Alrighty then, folks, let's turn the clock back to this past weekend and show you what we're talking about. We're talking about this, that's right, and it is a couple of little shockers on the cards. Freiburg, big win over Wolfsburg, 3-2 in the end. Advantage Freiburg, they're up to the top 5 right now. But the highlight was Mainz's 2-1 victory over Bayern. I did thought they were a little bit, they were going to give them a game. I did say that. But I didn't back my words on that one. But big win for Mainz, 2-1 win, and a big win for the Bundesliga as well. Meanwhile, I'll talk about big wins. Mönchengladbach with a big 4-1 win over Holstein Kiel to move them within a good touching distance of the top 6. Augsburg, though, did lose to Leverkusen as predicted. St. Pauli, though, losing at home to Werder Bremen. It looks writings on the wall for St. Pauli right now. Stuttgart bouncing back with a 3-1 win over Heidenheim. Dortmund could only get a draw against Hoffenheim. And RB Leipzig with a very, very important win over Frankfurt to put them in at least a good position back in the table to regain some composure. Well, the table looks like this, guys. As you can see it is Bayern. They are on 33 points. Leverkusen are still 4 adrift, though. But don't forget they got to play each other at least once. Eintracht Frankfurt within touching distance of getting into that top 2 as well, as do RB Leipzig. Meanwhile, going down is Bochum. They look toast. Holstein Kiel also look toast. And it could be a coin flip between Heidenheim and St. Pauli for that playoff relegation spot. Then in mid-table, maybe from Mönchengladbach upwards, all the way up to, well, we're looking at even 5th place Freiburg. It's anyone's guess as to who's going to break it into that top 5, of course. So very, very tight race we have on our hand over in the Bundesliga. What about the race over in our Superbru? We'll take a look at it. It is a big victory this past week for TAB and Shepherd, both picking up 11.5 points. And, of course, both adding to their already kick-ass lead. And we'll look at that lead in a minute. Mexican Sniper up there with 11 points as well. Ultra Omamura, Hans Wurst, and Zanders also with 11. I did shit. Just got 6 points, which, of course, dented my own dreams for winning this actual prediction league. So, what about the overall leaderboard? Let's take a look at it. It is Shepherd who moves to the top spot right now, 125.5 points. That 0.5 is massive. TAB, though, up there alongside him with just 0.5 of points separate the two sides. Then it's Noah, who's in 3rd spot at the moment. I'm all the way down to 8th, down 1 spot, but in the top 10 and hoping to remain there throughout the season. Of course, other movers and shakers in the mid-table. Tenzi up there, up 5 spots to number 17. He's moving into the top 20 there. Toucan up 3 spots into 28. And, of course, down the bottom is a lot of non-movers. If you want to get involved, use the link right here, right now on the screen to get involved with the Superbru. It's 100% free. And, of course, we'll keep on continuing all the way through to the end of the season. That's that, but these are the next round of games. Look at it. Look at it. We are absolutely set up this weekend with Bayern up against Leipzig kicking us all off. And a win for Leipzig would actually blow open. I thought the title race was going to be tight, but this will blow it open. So let's start with that one. Coming at you Friday, December the 20th, is at the Allianz Arena, and it's, of course, Bayern under Vinny Company. Top of the table, 33 points for the campaign, 58% form for them right now. Just two wins in the last 5 up against Leipzig under Marco Rosa, who did go for a real rough patch here, but bouncing back now with 3 wins in the last 4. They are 4th in the table with 27 points for the campaign. Now they played each other 20 times to 2016. 11 wins Bayern, 3 wins Leipzig, 6 draws between the two sides. The last time played at this venue, it was a 2-1 win for Bayern. They've only won once at the last 5 against Leipzig, and that was the most recent match though. But Bayern on the back of that 2-1 loss to Mainz. Leipzig on the back of that 2-1 win over Frankfurt. The odds for this one, 10-3 on is your Bayern. They're still favoured here. 92 is the draw. 8-1 is your away win. That is, of course, Leipzig. Of course, if this game was in Leipzig, I think it will be a different story, but I have to back Bayern at home. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to give themselves a good old result here in the end. Meanwhile, Stuttgart, they'll take on St. Pauli. That's coming at you on Saturday, December the 21st, of course. That, of course, victory for Bayern will maintain their top of the table status, but will the gap still be the same? We'll see that in a minute. Stuttgart, though, up against St. Pauli, the MHP Arena under Sebastian Hoeneß. They've won 4 in the bounce, have Stuttgart, the 6th in the table, 23 points for the campaign. Up against St. Pauli under Alexander Blessing. They are 15th for the table, 11 points for the campaign, just 1 win, though, in the last 6. They played each other 14 times since 1995, 11 wins Stuttgart, 1 win St. Pauli, 2 draws between the two sides. Now, the last time they played at this venue was a 2-1 win for Stuttgart back in August 2019. That was in the Zweite Bundesliga. Meanwhile, Stuttgart on the back of 4 successive wins, including a 3-1 win over Heidenheim last time around, and the last time they played at home, they put 5 past young boys Bern. St. Pauli, though, on the back of that 2-0 loss to Bremen at home. The odds for this one, 25-12 is your Stuttgart, 5-1 is your St. Pauli, 7-2 is the draw. We're going 2-0 win. Stuttgart will win this one, and of course, keep their ambitious hopes for a return to Champions League, perhaps, but they've got a work to do there. Frankfurt, though, up against Mainz in what will be an absolute cracker at the Deutsche Bank Park. Frankfurt under Dino Topmuller, they are 3rd in the table, 27 points for the campaign, but they win this in the last 4. Up against Mainz under Bo Henriksen, 7th in the table, 22 points for the campaign, 75% form for them. That's just 1 defeat in the last 6. They played each other 42 times since 1996. 14 wins Frankfurt, 10 wins Mainz, 18 draws between the two sides. Now, the last time they played at this venue, it was a 1-0 win for Frankfurt, who've won back-to-back at this very venue. However, there's no however in it. Adding fuel to that flames, Frankfurt are unbeaten against Mainz over the last 5 in competitive matches, picking up 2 wins and 3 draws. However, both games were at Frankfurt. Frankfurt, though, did lose to Leipzig most recently, back-to-back defeats. In fact, the last win for Frankfurt was a 4-0 win over Heidenheim back at the start of December. Mainz, though, with that morale-boosting 2-1 win over Bayern München most recently, still ringing in their ears, will have confidence flooding. The odds for this one, Frankfurt 5-4 on for the victory, 3-1 is your Mainz, 14-5 is the draw. Frankfurt are being good, Mainz have been also good, but I'm going to back the host here, 3-0 win, and they need it. They need this victory if they're going to keep their heat. And, of course, dreams for Champions League on track. Meanwhile, Hoffenheim up against Borussia Mönchengladbach coming at you over at the Parenzo Park. That's right, Christian Ilser's Hoffenheim without a win in the last 6 matches. 3 draws on the spin up against Gladbach under Gerardo Sioni there. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. They're 11th with 21 points compared to Hoffenheim 14 and 14 points. Played each other 36 times since 2007. 13 wins Hoffenheim, 11 wins Gladbach, 12 draws between the two sides. Now, the last time they played at this venue, we had a 7-goal thriller going in favour of Hoffenheim, 4-3 back in April 2024. Hoffenheim, though, 3 successive draws, drawn with Freiburg at home, Steaua Bucharest as well, and then also Dortmund most recently. Gladbach, though, on the back of a couple of good results, 1-1 draw against Dortmund and a 4-1 win over Holstein Kiel. However, the last match on the road was a heavy 3-1 loss to Freiburg. The odds for this one, Hoffenheim 13-10. Your host here, 19-10 is your Gladbach, 5-2 is the draw. I'm going backing my boys here. Got to back my boys. 2-1 win in the end. And of course, that hopefully will move them closer to some European action potentially. Meanwhile, Bremen up against St. Pauli coming at you over at Wasserstadion. Bremen under Oli Werner, 9th in the table, 22 points for the campaign. Just 1 defeat in the last 6 up against Union Berlin under Bo Svensson. They had a great start to the campaign. They've fallen off the face of the earth right now. Union Berlin winless in the last 8 matches. Goodness gracious me, 17% form for them. Then they played each other 10 times since 2009. 3 wins Bremen, 6 wins Berlin, 1 draw between the two sides. Now, the last time I played at this venue was a 2-0 win, for Bremen back in October 2023. Bremen on the back of a 2-0 win over St. Pauli, back-to-back clean sheets, 3 clean sheets on the spin. Union Berlin, though, on the back of a draw against Bochum, surprisingly, at home. The odds for this one, 11-10 is your Bremen, 5-2 is your Union Berlin, 12-5 is the draw. Gonna go with Bremen here. They look better. Union Berlin are just not at it at the moment. And of course, everybody wants to play them at the moment, I would imagine. Meanwhile, Holstein Kiel up against Augsburg, coming at you over at Kiel, aka the Holstein Stadion. Kiel under Marcel Rapp, they are 17th for the table, 5 points for the campaign, 5 defeats on the spin. Up against Augsburg under Jussi Torup, 13th in the table, 16 points for the campaign, 50% form for them, 1-2 lost 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6. Now, they played each other just once. It was back in February 2019 and was at this venue. It was a 1-0 win for Augsburg at the DFB Pokal. Meanwhile, Kiel on the back of that 4-1 loss to Gladbach. Of course, Augsburg losing to Leverkusen most recently. The odds here for this one, Holstein Kiel 15-8 for the victory, 13-5 is the draw, 13-10 is your away win. Of course, going to be another away win. Holstein Kiel just not good enough at this league this season. Meanwhile, the champions by Leverkusen got a sticky game themselves against a Freiburg side, and it's coming at you at the Bay Arena on the 21st of December. Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen, 6 wins on the bounce. They are second, 29 points for the campaign. Up against Freiburg under Julian Schuster, 58% form for them right now, fifth of the table, 24 points for the campaign, just 1 defeat in the last 4. They played each other 52 times since 1993, 25 wins for Leverkusen, 12 wins for Freiburg, 15 draws between the two sides. Now, the last time they played at this venue was a 2-1 win for Leverkusen back in October 2023. Freiburg have actually got not a bad record against them, winning, actually losing just 3 times in the last 6. Leverkusen on the back of a 2-0 win over Augsburg, back-to-back clean sheets for them. Freiburg on the back of that massive win over Wolfsburg last time around in their own backyard. The odds here 15-19 on is your Leverkusen, 15-4 is your draw, 13-2 is the away win. Got to back the champions here 2-1. They got the tails up. It's at home. They should win this one, shouldn't they? Meanwhile, we got a bit of a heated encounter at Bochum this Sunday, the 22nd of December, at the Vanova Rohr Stadion. Bochum under Dieter Hecking are rock bottom with just 3 points for the campaign. Up against Heidenheim under Frank Schmidt, who are the worst team in the division at the moment. They are 16th at the table with just 10 points, but they've got they've lost at least 6 on the bounce here. Played to the 17 times in 2012, 9 wins Bochum, 4 wins Heidenheim, 4 draws between the two sides. Now, the last time they played at this venue, it was a 1-1 draw back in April 2024. It's actually back-to-back draws between these two sides in both venues. Bochum are actually unbeaten against Heidenheim over the last 6. We're picking up 4 wins and those couple of draws. Bochum on the back of a big draw for them over Union Berlin most recently. Heidenheim with that 3-1 loss to Stuttgart. The odds for this one, we're looking at it. Bochum are 13-10 for the victory, 9-5 is your Heidenheim, 11-4 is the draw. It probably is going to be, I'll probably put it as a draw because I don't think I've got any draws on here so far. So it's probably going to be a draw. But this is a great opportunity for Bochum to win this game. Yep, gone with the draw. It just feels like I've got none on there. So I've got to at least have a draw on the card. And this is it. And then we go to another cracker on the last game before the new year. Last game in 2024. It's Wolfsburg under Ralf Hasenhüttl, 10th for the table, 21 points for the campaign. Up against Dortmund under Nuri Sarin. That's right, on the 22nd of December at the Volkswagen Arena. Played each other 57 times since 1997. 12 wins Wolfsburg, 34 wins Dortmund. There's been 11 draws between the two sides. Now, the last time they played, we'll talk about that in a minute. Wolfsburg winning 5 of the last 6. They do come in on the back of a defeat. Dortmund winless in 4. And 8th for the table, 22 points for the campaign. Now, the last time they played at this venue, it was a 1-0 win for Wolfsburg. That was earlier this season, back in October in the DFB Pokal round 2. Wolfsburg are actually unbeaten against Dortmund in the last 3 at this very venue. They've picked up 2 wins and 1 draw. Wolfsburg on the back of a 3-2 loss to Freiburg. Dortmund could only draw against Hoffenheim, losing to Barcelona. The last victory was a 3-0 win over Zagreb. The last win in the league was a 4-0 win over Freiburg, and it wasn't even in this month. It was back in November. The odds for this one, 21-10, your Wolfsburg, 23-20 is your Dortmund, 13-5 is the draw. I don't think Wolfsburg are going to lose this one here, guys. I think, yeah, I'm going with it. I'm going balls to the wall here. 2-1 win, Wolfsburg taking it. Advantage Wolfsburg, and I do believe, depending on the status of the Champions League, Nuri Sarin is on borrowed time right now. He can't be languishing there in 6th, 7th, 8th. They've got to be top 4. They realistically got to be top 3 at this point because Leverkusen and Bayern are the supreme heavy hitters here. 2-1 win for Freiburg. Game over for 2024 in the Bundesliga. Make sure you get involved with the prediction leagues on the screen right here, right now. And let's look forward to those next round of games when we come back in 2025. Until then, subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. Until then, we're done.